the other day, and she said, do you want to come do math with my class? Because my class loves math. Is that true?
Yeah, I love math.
Yeah. So I want you to think about this question. What does it mean to be a mathematician? Just think about it. What does it mean to be a mathematician?
It means you're good at math?
Do you think it means that you have to be good at math?
No, it means you're good at math.
Okay, so if you're not good at math, can you be a mathematician? You could, right? You don't have to be good at math. Do you have to do math?
Yeah.
So who in here does math?
Me.
Okay, put your hand down.
I do.
Who counts bears here in here?
Me.
Okay. Who knows how old they are?
Me.
Who knows how many days until Christmas?
Me.
So guess what?
19.
You use math to solve all those questions, so guess what that makes you?
What?
A mathematician. What are you?
Mathematician.
So you're not just kindergartners, you guys are mathematicians. So today we are going to do a fun problem because Miss Chandler said that you guys have been learning about reindeer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Another school that I was at, they are learning about reindeer too. So they decided that they were going to do a project and they were using their footprints. So our problem today is going to be about footprints. But before we get to our problem, I have some things that I want to share with you guys. Does that sound okay?
Yes. That was so fun.
You guys, since you're mathematicians, there's things that you do that make sure that you're mathematicians. And Miss Chandler has them up on your board over there. They're called math practices. Has she talked to you about doing things that math people do?
Yep.
And you have the attend to precision math practice up there. So today, you're going to use that math practice by being very careful with what you say, because mathematicians are careful and they use words that make sense to other people that are listening. Some of those words you guys had up on your board.
Yeah.
Can you guys say this word? It says compare.
Compare.
So when you're comparing something, you're looking at two different things and you're saying what's the same and what might be different about them. So if you look at Miss Chandler and I, we have the same color top on, huh?
Yeah.
We have like a green top. But what's different about our hair?
Because yours is black and hers is.
So did you just compare us?
Yeah, hers is going and this is
Today you're going to compare using words like this. Can you guys say this word?
longer.
What does it say?
Longer.
Turn and tell your buddy, say longer.
Longer.
So which one is longer? Is the top pencil longer or the bottom pencil?
Bottom.
The bottom pencil. Thumbs up if you agree that it's longer. Okay, this is another word I want you to use, which is
Smaller.
ooh, close. I want you to use shorter. Shorter. You could say smaller, but today we're going to be attending to precision. So I want you to use a math word that says shorter. What word do I want to hear today?
Shorter.
So which pencil is shorter, the top one or the bottom one?
Top.
Say, so practice some of these words. Say shorter.
Shorter.
Thank you, Preston. Longer.
Longer.
What does this one say?
Shorter.
Comparing, because we talked about this problem. We're going to be comparing what? Footprints. Okay, so now I want you to say, I can use words like, there's one of them. What? And shorter to compare objects and describe whose footprint is represented. So represented is a big word. You're going to have some footprints, and that's what's represented is a footprint that you're going to get to hold, okay? So are you ready for the problem? Yes? Okay. Yes? Okay, so remember I told you I go to other schools?
Yeah.
So they were making what when I went to the other school? They were making some reindeer. But you know how they were making it? They're not like your reindeer here. They were tracing their feet, and they were tracing their hands. So whenever they were at one table, there was 3 kids that were at that table. And their names were Kira, Beth, and Daniel. How many kids were at that table? 3 kids. What were their names? Kira, Beth, and Daniel. They started talking, and Kira said, you know what? My footprint is longer than Beth's, but it's shorter than Daniel's. So let's say that again. Kira noticed that her footprint was longer than Beth's, but shorter than Daniel's. So now we want to see whose footprint was longer. Was it Beth's or was it Daniel? We don't know because we got to see these footprints, right? Okay, so let's think. How many kids were there?
3.
So how many footprints are there going to be?
3.
Okay, there was one for Kira. Say one for Kira.
1 for Kira.
1 for Beth.
1 for Beth.
1 for Daniel.
1 for Daniel.
So Kira saw that her footprint was longer than Beth's, but shorter than Daniel's. Are you wondering about that?
Yeah, I know. I did hear it.
Okay, so Kira saw that her footprint was longer. Can you say longer? Than Beth's, but shorter than Daniel's. So I have some footprints at your table, and we're going to try to figure out whose footprint is whose. But what kind of words are you going to be using? And you're going to be comparing them. So Miss Chandler and I might walk around and ask you some questions because we want to see whose footprint is whose. Okay? So your footprints look like this. Everybody's going to need a purple one, and a yellow one, and a green one. And then I might have to say this again so we can figure out whose footprint is whose. Is that okay?
Yeah.
So when you go sit at your table, how many footprints are you going to need?
3.
Do you know which one is Kira's?
Yeah. It's the green one. It's the yellow.
Oh, did we hear one said green, one said purple, one said yellow?
Purple.
So we have to think again. Now that you have all your footprints, let's say it again. Okay? Can you listen?
Yeah.
Say, Kira noticed her footprint was longer. Say her footprint was longer than Beth's. Okay, so I want you to find and see which one could be Kira's and which one could be Beth's.
Oh, I know. That this one's longer than Beth's and this one's longer than
What do you think?
This one's longer than Beth's, and what else did you say?
this one's shorter than
Daniel?
Daniel.
I like how you use their names and you use those words that she talked about, longer and shorter. That makes it a good answer. I like that. What do you think, Tristan?
This one's shorter than that one, and this one is longer than that one. I'm ready.
Okay. What do you think, Natalie? Uh-huh.
No. This one's shorter than Kara, and Kara's shorter than this.
Then Daniel.
Daniel.
Yes.
This is the second part to the problem, okay? Miss Chandler put some cubes on your table. And now, the kids were super curious at that school that I was at. And so they wanted to get out cubes and measure their footprints. So I'm going to tell you how long the footprints were, but I don't know whose footprints they go with. So you're going to have to figure out whose footprints are each length.
You don't need them
these
yet.
cubes.
Listen.
And then I'm going to ask you how long was Kira's footprint, okay? So, when they got out their cubes, somebody had 7 cubes, somebody had 9 cubes, and somebody had 10 cubes. And they said, my foot is 10 cubes long. My foot is 7 cubes long. My foot is 9 cubes long. Could you figure out whose footprint is those cubes long? Okay, try it. Yeah, but let's see. Now, can you see any more yellow? So then this is the red. So how many is this? So this one? That one's Daniel? Okay. So how long is Daniel's foot?
10.
So how do I know that by looking at that? How could you show me that that's 10 cubes long.
Put it on.
Yeah, could you just write a 10?
Number.
Ooh, I like how you're labeling it.
Paper. 7. We don't I'm done.
Bless you.
Miss Lindsay.
She's going to measure her foot. How many was the middle one?
The green one.
Okay, the green one. So how many were in the green one? But how many were there? How many cubes?
10?
Can you maybe label
Say,
Beth is shorter than Kara's, and Daniel's is longer than Kara's.
okay, so she's saying that Beth's footprint is shorter than Kira's, and
Daniel is longer than Kara's.
if you agree, can you give her a thumb up? You agree? Okay. Thumbs down. Does anyone have a question to ask her? What's your name, sweetie? Adeline?
Addie?
Addie?
Yeah.
Can you ask her your question?
Why did you put Beth's foot in the middle?
This is Beth's.
I mean,
Daniel's?
Yeah, Daniel's.
Why did you put
Good question.
So you can see the difference of
So she said that she just wanted to see the difference, but she was still able to tell you, right? Whose was bigger. Did you do yours a different way?
Yes.
Did you put yours, Beth's, Kira's, Daniel's?
No.
No? Let me see. So let's give her a cheer for coming up here and sharing. Thank you. Let me see how yours was different. Oh, I see what you did. You did Daniel, Kira, Beth. Can you still figure out the same information that she did? Do you still agree with her?
Yes.
So just because it looks different doesn't mean that it's wrong? No. So thank you so much for giving her a good question. Okay, 5. Okay, Preston. Talk to me. You are going to talk to me about the back. What did you figure out about the back? Stand up here.
My foot is 12.
Wait, your foot is 12 what? 12 pounds? 12
blocks.
blocks what? Mathematicians use math vocabulary. 12 blocks.
Long.
12 blocks long. Say it loud so they can hear you.
12 blocks long.
Is what? Your foot? So what did you figure out when you compared your foot to all these people's foot?